Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's All About You. Every week we bring you exciting topics, and today is not different. Today I'm here with Raquel.
Hello,
Raquel.
How are you?
Very well, thanks. And about yourself?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. And we have a very special guest with us today. She has an amazing life story to share with us. For those who follow our video blogs, try to guess who she is. Thank you so much for coming. Hello, darling.
Hello, thank you for being here.
Yes. Tell us about your childhood. What was it like?
I was always a very happy child. I had a loving family. My mother and my father, they always gave me love and they cared for me. And I was a talkative person, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, something coming for those who are interested to know about her life. Maybe it's your life as well. So, what made all this happiness fade away?
Well, as I was a teenager, I always looked to other people, especially older than I. I wanted to imitate them. I always thought that they had more experience, so they would help me to, develop into somebody, to a woman that would have principles, a disciplined woman, and actually that was exactly the contrary that happened to me. And I did find this person. She was very kind to me. In the beginning, everything seemed so fine. We had good time together, and I started admiring her. You know, the way she looked, her hair, the way she spoke to me, her life. She was married, so I would admire her marriage. And for me, she was a loving person in the beginning. So I followed everything she used to tell me. You know, I was much younger than her, and I was really, really influenced by her.
Mm-hmm. But why did you do everything that she would tell you to, and how did that affect you?
Well, as I was a teenager, I was still looking for reference for my life. And I found in this person. I believe that everything she used to tell me was the truth. She became my best friend, and everything she would say to me, like colors, clothes, hairstyle, lifestyle, I believed because she was mature, she was married. In my mind was, she knows what she's doing.
Mm-hmm. And was there any moment that you realized, no, this kind of friendship is destroying me?
Not in the beginning. Not in the beginning. Because everything in the beginning seemed so fine. I felt good. I believed 100%. I was really blinded. And I couldn't see that friendship was actually destroying me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, tell us about what's the cause, what's this cause in your life, you know? You tell to us many things, but I believe you have something special for many people watching us now. So what this cause in your life? Because you trust in her, mm-hmm. You trust in everything that she tell to you, and what's the meaning, what's the problem, you know, this situation is causing your life?
I believe the first problem was when I stopped listening to my mother to listen to her. So I wouldn't listen to my mom anymore.
You stopped putting her first.
She was first, yes, she was first. And to the point that sometimes I would stay in her house for many days, not going back home. I wouldn't feel good in my house anymore, in my home anymore. Even if I was in my own house, I wanted to be in her house. I felt better there. And one of the worst things that happened to me because of this friendship is the power of influence, but to the negative side. She had a problem with her husband, and I had no idea about that. So she started being jealous, and she would criticize me because I was young, so she was afraid that I would call the attention of her husband somehow. But she would not allow me to see that. So what happened is she would call me ugly. She started telling me that I had an ugly hair. She taught me that a woman should never call a man's attention, and she used to tell me that, Marcia, you're calling too much attention, so you should cut your hair. And I did it. She would tell me, oh, it's so ugly, look, you're getting fat, you should hide your body. So from now on, you should wear long clothes because nobody should see the way you're becoming, you're growing fat. And I wasn't.
But how would you feel inside? Because I'm sure, although you wouldn't say anything, there was something going on inside of you, right?
Yes, there was. I remember I started thinking, oh, is it right? What's happening to me? Why is she telling me this? But I believed, I was blinded. I really believed. I promise you, it was something so bad that I believed her. It was like she was my mother now instead of a friend. And I changed it completely. I remember she was telling me, you speak too much, or I don't want to see you anymore. She started doing things that it was out of normal. It was no longer normal. And she used to tell me, you speak too much, so from now on, make sure that you speak just to me. You know, we don't have other friendships. You don't get to know other people because they might hurt you. Actually, she was trying to, how can I say? Control me in a way that if others see what I'm doing, in her case, they would tell me, they would try to take me from her. And I completely believed in what she was saying. So I changed my clothes. I would only wear black clothes, dark clothes. I still like dark clothes, but the intention behind it was wrong because I was doing it to hide myself. I would never have long hair anymore. My hair was short because I believed if my hair is long, people will look at me and I will call people's attention.
Crazy.
Yes, I became someone, I was a shy person now. I wouldn't speak in front of others. And my family noticed that because I was never like this before.
Wow. Her story is very interesting.
Indeed.
Is this a common situation? Well, let us hear what the public has to say about this.
Wow, what a story of our guest, right? I wonder how it ended. But meanwhile, let's find out if people are aware that this is a real problem. Do you think that people are still influenced by other people's words?
Yes, they are, definitely. Sometimes positively and sometimes negatively.
Yes, yes. What do you think is the most common to be, the negative or the positive influence?
Well, supposedly the negatively, but it depends on the individual. I myself, I tend to try and take the positive elements and discard the negative because I think negative thoughts brings negative energy, and you really don't want that as such, you know. It just brings you down.
The negative, obvious. Yes, because negative words influence in negative form, negative way to live.
Now we are going to review who is our guest and find out how she overcame this situation. Our guest is the lovely Márcia Paulo.
Take me into the holy of holies and take me in by the blood.
Hello, Márcia.
Hello.
It's a pleasure. It's our pleasure to be here with you today.
It's true. Thank you for inviting me.
And I must confess that I never realized she went through such a hard time, right?
Yes.
And what a friend
yes,
you found.
What a friend, yes.
But you must tell us, are you still being influenced by this friend?
No way.
So how did everything change, Márcia?
Well, there was someone who noticed everything bad that was happening to me. And she told me, Márcia, what's happening is wrong. You have to change.
Mm-hmm.
You have to open your eyes and see that what this person is doing to you is completely wrong.
Absolutely.
I believe that was a good friend, right?
Yes, that was a good friend.
Yes, everybody needs to have a good friend.
And when you look to yourself nowadays, do you still have roots from what happened in the past?
No more roots. But it took a long time until these roots were really cut off. It influenced in my marriage as well, and with friendship for a long time, for many years, more than 5 years, until these roots were really cut off.
Yes.
We see that is a deep work,
Yes.
right?
Amazing, lovely. So when you hear negative things, how do you react now?
I'm a very positive person, so when someone tells me something negative, I first make sure to understand what she's saying, because I cannot just ignore what she's saying. And I don't live by what others say.
Good.
You know, today I have my own ideas, opinion, and I don't eat in people's hands anymore. I judge whatever is happening in my life. I make sure to follow the right way, not to follow people.
I believe you found the balance, right?
Yes.
Because you didn't close yourself not to listen to anyone anymore.
Yes.
But you understood to have this filter. It is the
Exactly.
balance, right? So you can see
Exactly.
what is positive, you take to yourself, and what is not positive, you just leave aside.
Exactly, because we always learn something new from others, always. Even from the negative things they have to say to us.
Yes.
But we cannot just allow ourselves to be influenced by them. Because in the end, it's our life. We are the ones who will reap the fruits of whatever we are allowing to enter in our hearts and in our minds.
Exactly.
And we have people, who are watching us now, who are going through the same experience you went in the past. So, if you could look to the camera and maybe seeing them there in front of you, what would be the advices you would give to them?
Good question.
I would tell them, actually I'm telling you right now, if you're going through the same situation that I've been before, you need to get out of this. You need to break this friendship. Because as long as you're there, as long as you're accepting everything this person is telling you to do, you're gonna fail in everything you do. And the worst is, you'll never be happy in your marriage. You'll never be happy with your family anywhere. So she should, whoever is going through this situation, should take a step forward and say, no more. I am no longer going to live by what A or B or C is telling me to do. I have to judge everything in my life and see what is the right path, what is it right for me to do. She has to take time for herself, alone, and take a decision. Not only keep eating from people's ideas. It's like when you read a book. When you read a book, you're eating from the person who wrote that book. So it means if you read the wrong book, what is it that's going to be in your mind?
Exactly.
In the end, it's going to influence other things in your life as well.
It's wonderful. Now you put food in your own plate, and you eat by yourself.
Exactly. You have to.
Yes, nicely. You have to set yourself free. Marcia, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. You really turned a bad situation into a positive one. What an inspiration. Wow. If you went through the same and you are looking for help, here is an event that will change your life. Watch this video.
I'm right now inside the brand new Copper Box Arena, where on the 27th of September, we will have more than 12,000 people joined here in one faith. The faith that with our God, when you ask something without a doubt, it is possible. That's right, there's nothing that you or your family or your loved ones could be going through right now that God can't deal with. The title of our event is called Ask, because when we ask something in faith, for sure it will happen. Here where I'm standing, this is where we will have our stage, where Bishop Randall will be ministering the service, and around me here there will be thousands of seats where you will be joining us on the day, sitting in one of these seats. Also remember to make sure you get your tickets early for you and your friends, and you can do this at any local UCKG. We are very excited about what will happen on that day, and remember that you will also receive on that day a wet wipe moistened with the water from the River Jordan. When you ask something in faith, nothing is impossible.
We will all be there, and we hope to see you there too. And now we have some good news for you.
I love good news.
Yes. Marcia will be sharing with us some exciting tips.
Hello everyone, it's a beautiful sunshine day today. It's beautiful outside, the sky is blue, everything looks so green and clean and shining. Okay, it's safe to be here outside, but what about inside your home? Is it safe? Follow me and you'll find out. We all heard that the kitchen sponge harbor more germs than the toilet seat. Well, today I'm gonna show you some tricks to keep these bugs away. With just a glass bowl, put the sponge inside, little bit of water, and take to the microwave. Leave it for 2 minutes and your house will be free from those nasty bugs.
So we stay tuned and see you all next time. For now, bye-bye.
Bye.